watching the Determined Gardeners channel. I'm here in my basement. And I have to tell you, it's been wacky, wacky weather we've been getting. Last week we had a snowstorm, and this week we had torrential rain. So, growing, if you're a gardener, it's going to be a tough one. The weathermen are saying that this is going to be a wacky, wacky winter. So, that is the reason why I am growing indoors. This is my new hydroponic system that I recently got. I've had it for about 3 months, and you can see I am growing string beans. Yes, it's laying on the ground because I need to be I have to hoist this up somewhere, but you can see that it is viable string beans that I am growing. And this is from GROWELL Hydroponic. They sent me this to try, and I have to say that I really do like this system. Now, I've had this system for about 2 months, and I was able to grow lettuce and herbs and kale, and it was pretty successful, and purple string beans, and you can see. And the reason why I'm growing this now, I kept this purple string beans so you could see what it looks like. You can see this purple string beans. It's growing in this hydroponic system now. And I have another string beans right here underneath it. Now, what I love about this system is that I'm a busy mom. I work full time. I have a teenage son. I have to hold down a house. I don't have time to run around and look after seeds. So this is an all-in-one system that does the job for you. It's great for beginners. I have to tell you, before, when I started my starting seeds indoors was somewhat of a challenge for me because I would plant the seeds, I'd put the seeds in and then wait, and then sometimes it would not germinate, it wouldn't develop. Sometimes the seedlings were very thin and just didn't look right. I had to put it in the right spot for the lighting. I had to worry about all these things that I really didn't want to deal with. But with this is all in one, right? This does the work for you, because what hydroponic means is that it grows in water. So if you don't really want to deal with any type of soil or potting soil, this does the job for you. And that's what I love. This is great for people like myself who live in colder climates. Hello, hello. What's your favorite scary movie? Oh, I have so many. You know what? I'm from the 80s, so I would say Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. Do you know what Nightmare on Elm Street is? Yeah, that's my, that's a good one. Hi, where are you guys from? Ghostface. Okay, what city are you from, Ghostface? Where are you now? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you like Nightmare on Elm Street? Yeah, where are we? Oh, yeah, I know, it's good. Freddy Krueger all day long, right? Okay, I'm from Florida. How does the weather there? I'm sure you probably are like with shorts or something. It's been cold here. We got a snowstorm and it's been torrential rain. So it's been really wacky. Really wacky. I'm sure you have like what, 65 degrees in Florida? I wish I was in Florida. We're going to be getting another snowstorm here, about 3 more inches. So I can't wait to get on the plane and get to Florida, Texas, someplace warm. But, I wanted to show everyone. Yeah. 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 You're lucky. Yeah, I know. It's yeah, weird to ask, right? That's all. Yeah, I know. It's about 70. Okay, see? So I definitely envy you, because right now we're having a quote unquote heat wave and we're like maybe 40. So I was able to wear a light jacket, but after a while, like 10 minutes out there, I was freezing. So yeah, you're very lucky, Ghostface. Very, very lucky. Do you grow indoors? Are you planning on growing indoors, extending your gardening season? Because this is what it's about. This is a hydroponic system that I am using to grow indoors because the weather is crazy now. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So this is a system that I'm growing. And this is a hydroponic system, and it grows in water. You don't have to go out there. You don't have to go outside, deal with bugs or the weather. It all grows in one. So it grows in water, and you can just see the roots here, right here, the roots. Yeah, how cool is that? Oh, your garden, your grandma is doing that? Oh, yeah, cool. Oh, hi, Joseph. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from? Look at the roots. I want to know where anybody that goes in the chat, let me know where you guys are from, because I would love to know where you guys are from. I'm just going to put this right back. And Joseph, let me know what the weather is like. No bugs. That's amazing. Yeah. 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 Hi, Lily. How are you? Yeah. Are you using a hydroponic system today? What's your thoughts on growing in water instead of potting soil? Would love to hear your thoughts, guys. Would love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, but I've had this hydroponic system for about 3 months now. Okay. Oh, you're not sure? You don't have to. You don't have to share any. I'm from New York, so I'm not giving you my address. But I'll just say that I'm about an hour away from New York City. I grew up in New York City. So I grew up in an area where there weren't a lot of trees, a lot of building. I lived on the 3rd floor and I had a terrace. And what I would see is, a lot of gas stations and very little trees. So I finally moved out to the suburbs and I'm really happy. So I have a small garden. But again, we've been getting really wacky weather. So that's the reason why I'm growing indoors. And that's the reason why I'm showing you my new hydroponic system. Oh, your dad has so many plants in his living room. Well, that's where, I'm sure your dad loves all his plants. What kind of plants does he have? He probably, and it's probably really great and sunny there too. Probably that's the reason why he puts it in his living room, right? Oh, your plant died, Alexander? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, okay. I mean, maybe did you water it too much? I mean, lots of times plants die because people water it too much. They think that they're giving it a lot of love, but they give it too much love, right? There's such a thing as too much love, right? We don't want to go there. There's a lot, so I don't know. Okay, that's cool. Well, as long as your dad's enjoying his plants, that's fantastic. That is very fantastic. And hopefully, I'm sure he loves each and every one of them, because as a plant parent myself, I love each and every plant. So so I want to show you guys my hydroponic system. And again, it's growing in water, and I'm growing purple string beans, right? Anybody? Yeah. All my plants are made of plastic. They're immortal. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. In the beginning, I used to start with plastic plants because you can't kill them. But after a while, I got a little bit more comfortable and I moved to real plants, right? And I mean, they can be challenging, but they are very rewarding. I accidentally threw mine off the roof. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure you can grow again. Definitely. I'm sure you can grow again. So guys, so I wanted to share my hydroponic system with you guys. I want to, hopefully everybody's having a good time. The boiler just came on. So if you hear that noise, that's the boiler. I'm in my basement. And the cool thing is that I'm growing in my basement, in my dingy basement. I don't have to go outside and in the cold and grow. I can grow right in my basement. That's what I love about this hydroponic system, because if you're busy, or you say you're retired, or you just don't have the time, or life is just getting ahead of you, you can still grow indoors in the comfort of your home. And that's what I'm doing. Yes, growing beans out of that thing is interesting idea. I did that. Oh, I did the basic herbs. Yes. You know what? I tried something different, and I did. This is just a regular bean. This is purple beans, right? So I decided to grow that, and I have to be honest, it did take a while. It took about maybe a month and a half, but once it had one bean, it was growing fast. And I have to tell you, beans are self-pollinating, which I didn't know. They pollinate themselves. They don't need, bees or anything. They can pollinate themselves. So I gave it a try, and you can see the results. And that's the reason why I left it in this hydroponic system, for you to see. Yes. Hello, how are you, Porter? How are you? How are you dealing with the weather? Where are you guys? Just let me know where you're from, what city you're from. I would love to know. I'm in New York City here in Zone 7B, showing you my new hydroponic system and what I am growing. And I just want to show you the roots again. If everyone, I know there's some people in here, and I just want to show you the roots. It's wet, but yeah, you can see that it really does work. It's a fantastic system for beginners. I know everybody probably finished up with their Christmas shopping, but if you haven't, this would make a great gift for somebody who's beginning gardener. Has everybody finished up with their hi Liverpool? How are you? Yeah, Liverpool, New York. You're close by. You're really close by, Alexandra. Yeah. Um, so everybody finished up with their Christmas shopping. I be honest. I still have one more gift to get, and that's from my son because he took a long time to write his Christmas list. But yeah, I still have one more gift. Weird thing you used to believe? Question and sticker. Oh, a weird thing that you used to believe? Okay, I don't know. That's what they're asking me to do. Try it? I don't know. Okay. Whoa, I don't know about this. So let's talk about what you would need to start this, right? I would recommend getting seeds that are miniature, right? I put some new seeds in here and I am going to be growing cucumbers, miniature tomatoes, and butternut lettuce. That's right. And the reason why I got the miniature is because I wanted to show you something, right? This goes up and down. See, it's really short now because I'm growing the seeds, but this goes up and down. Look how tall this gets. Wow, look at the light. It's huge. It gets very, very, very tall. And I would need something to anchor this on, but I don't, so I'm going to have to do that. But you can grow very tall fruits and vegetables and flowers in this hydroponic system. But they suggest that you get miniature fruits and vegetables. So it's nice and compact, so you don't have to get like something to brace your fruits and vegetables. But you can see how this gets about, I think, maybe a 24 inches. And yes, it still continues to go up. So it's pretty large. It's a pretty nice large garden. And this comes with 16 seeds. So, you know, you can really go to town with this. You can have a whole garden right at your fingertips and you never have to leave the house. Isn't that fantastic? So I'm going to bring this down. This has white, red, and yeah, white and red lights. Don't ask me what that is. I know it does its job. So that's all I know, but I'm going to bring it down. So the veggies and seeds, and I'm also growing basil. You can see right there, I'm growing basil. So I'm going to bring this down like so. Perfect. And this system operates in 3 different modes. It operates, I see somebody else is in here. Okay, if I didn't say hello to you, wave at me so I can acknowledge you in the chat. So this has 3 different cycles. It runs on a 24-hour cycle. It runs on a 16, it runs on an 18, and it runs on a 22. Meaning that for 16 hours, this light will be on and it will be doing its magic, and then it'll go off, and then so on and so on. So right now I have it on a 16-hour cycle. It grows fruits, vegetables. Hello, hi, how are you? From South Louisiana. How's the weather there? What is it like? I would love to hear your thoughts about what the weather is like, because here it's been wacky. 2 weeks ago, we got a snowstorm in December in New York City. Now, I know you guys think New York City is cold. Yes, it is. But we don't get snowstorms in December. We get them in late January and February. We got like 5 inches. So a lot of people are taken off guard. And just this week, we got a huge rainstorm. I'm talking 60-mile-per-hour winds. So this is the reason, if you are growing in an area where it's inclement weather, or you're growing in colder zones, this is a perfect way to continue to garden all season long. So I love it. I just love it. And it's great for beginners. I have a lot of Florida folks here. I love Florida. But you guys get that crazy weather too, right? You get those really heavy storms and those hurricanes or tornadoes, right? So again, this may be this may be an option. This may be an option. But yeah, tell me what the weather's like. What's the cost? Well, the cost is $69.99. I got this for $59.99. You can use my discount code that I'll tell you at the end of the stream. But if you go to GROWELL Hydroponics.com, they have a host of different machines that are like smart machines that do, like, I don't know, like hooked up with your Bluetooth. This is basic. I like basic, right? I'm a basic woman, right? I like, not to say I'm silly or dumb, but I just like basic. I don't like a lot of bells and whistles. So this does the job. So this is a 16-liter GROWELL system, hydroponic system. Obviously, it comes with a grow light. It comes with 16 pods, and you can grow fruits, vegetables, and flowers, and it's $59.99. And if you use my discount code, which is G as in George, F as in Frank, F as in xylophone, 8 as in the number 8, V as in Victor, H as in Harry, U as in umbrella, B as in boy, you save 20%. And I think it's a great gift for someone like myself, or someone that lives in an apartment, or someone that's on acres and acres of land. Hi, how are you, Snapshot? How are you, Summer Maroons? What is, oh, Brooklyn in the house. I love Brooklyn. Hey, Joel. I love Brooklyn. I'm about an hour from Brooklyn. Oh, wow. Warm, 80, rainy. Oh, I know how that feels. At least it's still 80 degrees over there. How about coming to New York and get this 40-degree weather? We're supposed to be getting snow this week. Well, you know what? I guess that's a kind of good thing, because maybe we'll hit on Christmas. I don't remember the last time I got snow on Christmas. I know you guys are jealous right now, right? You guys are jealous in Florida. You don't get snow, right? You don't get snow. But I'm hoping for a white Christmas. Keeping my fingers crossed. Let's see. Hi, Caddison Snake. Okay, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Hey there, how are you? How are you? 40 degrees is amazing right now. Yes. Oh my God. Did you say it's -4? No way. Where do you live in? Where you from? Are you from Alaska? No way. Please don't. What? Did I read that right? Guys, in the chat, did I read that right? She's saying it's -4? No way. Oh, is that a he? I'm sorry. I need glasses. I think that's, I'm sorry. I need my glasses. Yes, it's 4 right now. Yes, it's -4 right now. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like 25. But it's winter in Ohio. Girl, I can't deal with those Ohio. Michigan, Ohio, Minnesota, and Pennsylvania. And I don't know how they deal with stuff like that in Green Bay. People are made different up there. I can't, no, you can't pay me to live up there. No, no. Do you snore? Do you snore sleep? What? Do I snore in my sleep? Is that what you're asking me? My husband says I do, but I'll tell him I don't. Let me get assistance, please, paying mixing. What? Oh, I don't know what that means. Okay, but okay, yeah. So, but in summer I took 100 years. Oh, what? But in summer I took. Okay, yes. Hey, Alabama. Tropical 67. I can deal with 67. What kind of plant is that? This is string beans, my dear. I'm growing string beans in my hydroponic system. If you can see string beans, I'm going to turn off the light so you can see it a little bit better, because this is very, very bright. Woo! See, there we go. See, you can, so it's not as bright, but this is bright. That's what I love about this, is because it, yeah, what kind of, yeah. Well, that's what I love about this, is because it comes with a grow light. I don't know if anybody's ever grown plants or try to grow plants indoor. You have to find a grow light. You got to find this. You got to find, everything is in one system, right? The pods are in one system. It comes with everything. And you can grow fruits, flowers, and vegetables. And that's what I love about the system. And what would you do if you had a crush on a okay, well, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm not sure about what that is. We're talking about plants here. Get your mind out of there. We're talking about plants, okay? Let's stick to the topic. We are talking about plants. All right, so again, so if you are planning on getting this hydroponic system, I was able, once I got it 2 months ago, I was able to see results in about 7 to 14 days. I saw little seedlings. I grew lettuce, kale, and the string beans. The string beans took the longest because it took like about a month and a half. But again, there was results. That's all that matters. And I found, and it grew very fast. The seedlings grew very, very fast. Now, this hydroponic system, it comes like this, and I'm going to show you. Comes with these little pods. Comes with these little pods like this. Comes with this little tag, like you put it on here. You put the pod in here. Now, when it comes to setting this whole thing up, and this was very easy to assemble because I am not somebody that is techie. I was able to assemble it all by myself. I didn't have to call my husband and say, honey, help me. I did it by myself. So it took me about 10 minutes max to set this up. Now, what they recommend that you soak your seeds, right? With this hydroponic system, the GROWELL system, soak your seeds for 5 hours. I know it's a pain, but that's what they want. Soak your seeds for five hours and then soak the pods for 5 minutes. Family here, weird tradition. Oh, okay. I don't know. These things keep adding, I'm going to ignore that. So yeah, so you soak your seeds for 5 hours. You soak this for 5 minutes. And then once this is the container, this comes in there and you pop it in there. They have these little labels that you put here. And if in order to, give you this little, I don't know what you call it, right? I'm thinking, yeah. And you can just put the seeds in there and plop it in like this. Be careful. What I do is make sure that when you do this, you do more than one seed, right? Because if you put one seed in and if it doesn't work, you're out of luck. So put at least 2 seeds in there so at least one grows, right? And then they give you these little, this covering, right? And then you pop it in just like that. So this little thing acts as a greenhouse, and you're growing your vegetables and flowers and herbs in this little contained greenhouse in the hydroponic system. So that's how it works, guys. It's really, really, really simple. And you'll see results in about 7 to 14 days. And as I recommend, make sure that if you do get the seeds, you get miniature seeds. I'm growing tomatoes. I'm now growing tomatoes in this, and I can't wait to see them sprout. I'm growing what's called Tiny Tim tomatoes. And I'm going to be also growing cucumbers in this too. And butter something lettuce or something like butter crush lettuce or something like that. So butter crunch lettuce. So I can't wait for it to grow. And I have 3 different, this one has not grown yet. This string beans, it takes a while for the string beans to grow, but you can see that this one is doing well. And it comes with plant food, because once the seedlings once you start seeing the plant, you're supposed to use plant food once a week to make them grow. So yeah. So any questions about, hydroponic systems and, extending your gardening season? This will work, guys, even if you live in Florida or warmer zones, right? Because again, what I like about this system is that you set it and forget it. You don't have to be worrying about potting soil. You don't have to find where in your place is the best lighting. You don't have to worry about transferring seeds in and out. I know for you guys in Florida, the weather's still nice, but sometimes you really don't want to deal with anything outside. You just want to grow indoors and just leave it alone. So this is perfect for somebody who's busy, someone who may be retired that wants to spend a little bit more time than just babying seeds, and this may be also good for somebody who's a beginner gardener who maybe doesn't want to get all into gardening, but they want to kind of give it a try, right? So this is really a good gift. So if you haven't thought of any gifts that you want to maybe get someone, this may be something you want to consider, or something you want to treat yourself for, right? Because you deserve to be treated a little kindly too, right? Yes. Hi, how are you? How is everyone? Hi, Erica. How are you? What's going on? Eric. Hi, Eric. Yes, Eric. I need my glasses. Yes. Hi, Eric. How are you? Yeah. Beautiful gardening out. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, Eric, you let me know where you're from, what city you're from, and if you love gardening, what's your favorite plant? Everybody put down what they like about gardening. If you do like gardening, or what you like, what to grow, or what plant did you like to grow? Let me know in the comment section. Yes, yes. Let me know. And let me know what the weather is like in your area. Let me know what the weather is like in your area. So another thing you would want to consider about this system, if you get this system, right, growing indoors hydroponically, you need to change the water after every time that you use it. Not like once you finish all the plants grow, change the water so it begins a new system, because you don't want to be using old water once you start beginning the new plants. Oh man, I always wanted to live in San Diego. You are, oh, I envy you. Oh, and you're growing three plants. What are the three plants? Are they flower plants or indoor plants? Let me know what the plants you're growing. I love San Diego. One of these days, I think like that's on like my bucket list. I have a very small bucket list. Well, I wouldn't say bucket list, but that's one of the cities that I would love to visit. I heard it's beautiful. Everybody's happy there. I live in New York. People here are grumpy because the weather is cold. Hey, yeah, yeah. So, okay. So, if you are considering getting this again, just remember that the light is very, very bright, and it grew, and it's on a 18, 22, and uh 18, 16, 18, and 22 hour cycle. So I'm going to put it on again. I'm probably messing up my plans showing this to you because it's probably like the GROWELL system's like, stop it. You stop resetting me. But you can see how bright that is. That is one bright light. So if you want to get this and you say, hey, I think I want to put this in my bedroom because I want to see my plants grow. This may not be you may not want to put this in your bedroom. You want to put it in an area where, it's not going to be so disturbing to people because it's very, very bright. So that's the reason why I have mine in my basement. But if you have a kitchen, you can grow in your kitchen, on your windowsill. That might be also a patio area, not a porch, not an outside porch, maybe indoor porch, an enclosed porch. This will also work well in an indoor porch. So yeah, so this is very versatile, very, very versatile. Outdoor plants. One is a lime tree and a small tree and a plant. Oh, wow. I haven't grown lime trees yet or any kind of trees because I have a small property. I live in New York, so my backyard is like not large. That's another reason why I got this hydroponic system. But I mean, I love hydrangeas, and I'm growing in my raised bed. I'm growing like okra. I grew okra for the first time. I loved it. That was cool. Let me know anything that you guys have grown in the first time or something that you didn't work out for you. I'd love to know about that. Yes, yes. I have a balcony with a lot of shade. Oh, okay. So, okay. Do you plan on looking at something like this, like a hydroponic system? Maybe like I think that's another good thing is like if you have a shaded area and then you have a hard time growing. The grow lights does everything for you, right? Because you're not worrying about what kind of grow lights to use or worried about the sun or dependent on the sun. This does the job for you. And did you guys know that I think it's like the solstice today or something? Winter solstice. This is supposed to be the shortest day out of the whole entire year, right? Oh my God. Yeah, the whole entire year. This is supposed to, I think this is the winter solstice. So I think you can see like some like lights, like the northern lights or something. I'm not sure. I would love to do that. That is on my bucket list. That is on my bucket list. Oh yeah, you don't know? Okay, all right, yeah. That is definitely on the bucket list. Everybody know that it is the winter solstice, so this is the shortest day of the year. Can you believe that? So I think instead here it gets dark about 4:30. So it's probably I can see it from my window. It's already starting. The sun is already starting to set, and it's only 4:15 here on the East Coast. Yes, it's only 4:15. So they give you a lot of accessories. They give you, of course, the plant food. Now, something that you should keep in mind, they don't give you the seeds, right? So you have to buy your own seeds, which I think after a while, GROWELL should start providing seeds. But I mean, I like it because then it gives you choices, right? Because how about if you don't want to grow all herbs or lettuce? You can just get your own seeds. So it doesn't give you any seeds. It does come with a lot of labels. And I would suggest happy winter solstice fell on a Sunday, right? I'm kind of glad it fell on a Sunday, not on a Monday, because I wouldn't want to be driving from work and it's dark. I don't like that. I get out of work like around 6 and I hate it like when 4:30 and it feels like it's like 8. Like I hate that. So I'm kind of glad it fell on a Sunday. Definitely. And yeah, so they give you these cute little labels, which I think is really, really, really cute. They give you a lot of accessories just in case you make a mistake. Now let's talk about these covers, right? Because I didn't know that with hydroponic systems, algae can grow in there. I didn't know that. So the thing is, if you're not using any of the spaces, it's best to cover it up. So you can see one here, right here, there's a space that's not being used, and I'll turn off the, no, I'm just gonna leave it. There's a space that's not being used, cover it up, because with the, if you leave it open, algae can grow inside your hydroponic system with the light on. So you definitely wanna do the, cover it up, so that will prevent the algae from growing in your hydroponic system, because nobody wants that algae growing on their vegetables and flowers. No, I know I don't. So yeah, just be careful don't to lose these, because I lost a couple of them and I had to reorder them. So they do play an important part in growing into hydroponic system. But overall, yes, and just don't forget, like once every like week when they start to grow, fill it up, right? It has this little indicator bar right here. You can see how much water's in the system. Once a week, fill it up, because it does, since the roots are growing and the roots are growing in water, the roots do use the water. That's part of their growing system. So make sure you have it nice and full. Fill it up once a week to keep your plants nice and happy. Hi, everybody. So everybody finished with their holiday shopping? How is it going? How is it going, everyone? Yes. Yeah. Did I miss anybody in the chat? Give me a hi, if wave if I missed anybody in the chat. And yeah, so it comes, if you run out of pods, you can order some pods. This box comes with some pods, and it's 160 pods in here. So you can grow a whole host of garden here. So I got some extra pods just in case, and there's 60 pods in each of the package. I have 2 of them, and they come with some extra of these little things here to hold the pods in here. So anybody have any questions about this hydroponic system? Hello, Myra. Hi, how are you? Let me know where you're from. Would love to know. I'm here in New York City. We're getting ready for a snowstorm, and I'm talking about my hydroponic system, because this weather is not going to stop me from growing. That's right. It's not going to stop me from growing. This is an indoor system. I love it. I've had it for about 3 months now. I want to show everybody. Welcome, Mariah here. Everybody welcome. Say hi to Mariah. Hi. I'm growing some string beans, as you can see, in my hydroponic system. I decided just to do it, and it worked. You know, this is a regular size string bean that I'm growing in my hydroponic system. I left it here for you. I'm also growing basil, and I have some string beans in the back. I put in some new stuff: lettuce, tomatoes, cilantro, and cucumbers. And I'm starting to grow that from scratch. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, this is something that I do enjoy. This is the first time I'm growing fruits, vegetables, and flowers indoors using water. I usually use potting mix. I find sometimes it can be difficult with the regular potting mix that you get from Home Depot, you know, the ones that come like this with the pellets. I'll show you what the pellets are, right? Like, yeah, these, you know, the pellets. I often use this. And then you put water in here, and then you put the seed, and then it didn't work out for me. I like this because this is easy. This is a no-brainer. You don't have to think about it. You put the seed in. It comes with the pod like this, comes with this casing. You put the seed in, comes with the tweezers. You put it in. You put this thing right here on top of it. And you put the lid in, you put it in a pod with water, boop, there you go. It does all the work for you. And it has a grow light. And that's what I love, because nobody wants to be running around trying to find grow lights or trying to find a good spot in their home where seedlings would grow. Before, when I didn't have this system, sometimes my seeds grew, sometimes they didn't. And other times when they did grow, they were very like stringly or just like weak. So, I mean, here you can see these are pretty strong. Very strong, very, very strong. Some purple string beans, the ones that are growing in the back. These don't have the string beans yet, but you can see nice and healthy, and there's some in the back. So I'm growing 3 string beans and a basil. And Just 2 days ago, I put in some new seeds, lettuce, cucumbers, and tomatoes. So guys, if you are thinking of getting this, remember, always try to go with the miniature seeds. Use stuff that's for hydroponic seeds. I got a tomato called Tiny Tim, and they grow in very small stature. I got cucumbers, and they also grow very tiny and bushy. You want to do that. You can use regular seeds, but just be careful, because you can see from this how it's like laying on the ground. I now need like some type of trellis to keep it up, but it does fit the system. I want to show you how large and how tall the system gets. It does grow very tall, so you can grow a host of fruits, flowers, and vegetables. I think it gets about 24 inches. You can see the spacing. It's big. So really does work. You can grow a lot in this space, but I would have to get something to hold this up, and I don't know how to do that. So be careful when you don't want to get long string beans or long vegetables or plants, because you're going to need a brace to brace them. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But you can see just how long they are, how tall this is. So this grows a lot of things, and it does grow flowers I like too. And you can see it's growing. It has red and white lights. I don't know what that is, but it's a grow light. So all I know, it's growing, it's working. Yeah, that's all I care about. And I have some basil right here too that's growing too. Now, the thing is, when you do get this, you can see three of them here. So 3 plants right here. They recommend that you kind of like take out the ones that you don't need, like the extra plants. But I'm just gonna leave it in there and see what happens, right? They tell you to thin out the seedlings. I'm just going to leave it there. So yes, it went off. So yeah, you can see it a little better now. Yes. Anybody have questions on this hydroponic system? This was $59.99 from GROWELL Hydroponics.com. That's where you can go. Just take a look at their website and see what it is. I got the most affordable one. This was $59.99. There's some for like 200. I'm like, nah. But this was pretty good. GROWELLHydroponics.com. I have a discount code. You can save 20%. It's G as in George, F as in Frank, X as in xylophone, 8 as the number 8, B as in Victor, H as in Harry, U as in umbrella, B. And I hold it up right here because I'm not techie. Right here. That is my discount code, 20%, GFX8VHUB. 20% off of hydroponic system. So again, this will make a lovely gift for anybody that wants to start gardening or wants to garden indoors, or like maybe like an elderly person or a senior citizen person that in your neighborhood, or maybe your uncle, your auntie, because again, this is great for beginners, people that live in apartments, people don't have big yards, people that live in cities, or just somebody that wants to try their hand at gardening, because this is great. I love it. I may not go back to outdoor gardening, but you know what? I don't think that's going to be possible because I have a lot of flowers. I've been gardening for about 10 years now, so I can't neglect my garden outside. But this will extend your gardening season if you live in those colder climates, because I know someone here lives in Ohio. I can imagine what the temperature is there. It's probably freezing. Someone in the comment section, and hopefully she's still here, she said that she was getting -4. That's insane. And they're saying that this is going to be the worst winter. And I'm already seeing that, guys. Like, what are you guys experiencing? And just because you guys live in the warmer states like Florida doesn't mean that you guys are out of the woods. I've been hearing, like, I think one year North Carolina got snow. I think in like March they got snow. So, and Virginia's been getting a lot of snow too. Like those areas, like cities where they normally didn't get snow at all, that like they would never see it. Like kids are playing with snow. Like kids are like having a snow day in the South. It's crazy. This weather is really, really wacky. So that's the reason why I'm growing indoors for the first time in the winter time. I'm growing indoors. And then, you know what? I'm going to wait until my last frost date is usually sometime in early April, and then I'm going to garden outside. But in the meantime, I'm not going to let this crazy weather stop me. I'm going to continue to garden because, why not? It's great, right? Hi guys. Yes, come on guys. How are you? Yes. Guys, I can't do all the talking here. Anybody else want to know what else about this hydroponic system? If they have you ever thought about gardening and using a hydroponic system? Have you started your seedlings yet? This is the time to start your seedlings if you have not started. You can start in January also. Just make sure that, when you do start your seedlings to label, because that's what I always forget to label them. I'm just, truth be told, I'm like, what did I plant? Just be careful, make sure that you label. But again, this hydroponic system comes with labels. It's cute. And I got like a weatherproof magic marker for the first time at Walmart. That was on discount. I think that was like $1. So when I saw that, I definitely had to get that, because lots of times when I go and I put the marker in, and for like during the when it gets warmer, I'd mark it, and then when I get back, later, like in the summertime, the rain washes it off, and I don't even know like what I planted. Hey. So any of you guys have any questions? Anybody finished with their Christmas shopping? Everybody done with their Christmas shopping? I have one more present to get. It's for my son. He decided to wait last minute, and now probably on Monday I gotta have to scramble and find him. But I think I'm just gonna order something online. It's just easier that way. Yeah, so we'll just go through the hydroponic system again, and we'll just talk again about what you can do. Again, this is from GROWELL Hydroponic System. It's a 16-liter hydroponic system, all in one. You grow fruits, vegetables, flowers. It provides light 18 hours, 16 hours, and 22 hours. You can see right here. I'm gonna put it on. Oh, did I know? Okay, yes, right there. And once you put this on the pump, it works on a pump. So it keeps the water circulating, because you want a hydroponic system that's going to keep the water circulating. You don't want a system where it's stagnant water. So this has a pump. The pump is very, very silent. It's not like one of those pumps that like you hear it from like upstairs or like in your living room. It's a very silent pump. It was easy to assemble. I was able to assemble it in like 10 minutes. The directions were very easy. You can grow fruits, vegetables, and flowers, and herbs. Can't forget about the herbs. Now, I don't think it can grow microgreens. That I don't know. I don't think so. They didn't say that. But fruits, flowers, vegetables, and herbs. I would suggest herbs if you're a beginner gardener. Do some herbs, right? Start off slow, right? Do some